What's going on, everybody? Almighty Tevin here. And today is the true beginning of the made-up time of the year from our friend Darkside that he likes to call the hardcore gaming season. And this year, around this time, every year, he finds something to complain about. And in the end, it's all about the almighty view. And by the way, these videos for the rest of the month are going to be presented in spooky vision. If I'm doing them at night, I usually do, because it's easier and because stuff might happen during the day. Anyway, I say anyway too much, my bad. I noticed that in my last video. I'm rambling. But other names that some people sent me on Twitter as I look over the names: Hardcore Blaming Season, that's a good one. Hardcore Begging Season is a good one. Hardcore Delusion Season. Hardcore Debt Season. Hardcore Gout Season. And Hardcore Shaming Season. I'm a fan of Hardcore Shaming and Hardcore Blaming because they kind of rhyme. But I shouldn't say that much, should I? Anyway, as I say anyway again, wow. Let's just get the show on the road. DSP started playing Disgaea 5 today, which is probably not a good idea. It's a fairly niche game, and DSP isn't necessarily a popular Let's Player, and people are not coming to his channel to see him play JRPGs, especially JRPGs like this. Anyway, he started playing it today and pretty much announced that it's on the back burner already. And his pre-stream was interesting, to say the least. And because DSP follows the detractors and the haters just as much as he claims they follow him, he he disabled likes and dislikes and disabled comments. Now, if you remember, or even if you don't remember, recently he talked about people disabling likes and comments in videos in his Ask the King. And he's not a fan of it. He's said this before, he's not a fan of it, but he does it today. So, and it's another one after this that he claims he didn't even record, or at least he claims he wasn't going to upload it. It wasn't a formal pre-stream. We're going to listen to that after this. But this is the one that's on his channel. You know, I like to, well, you may not know, but I usually like to see stuff in its source format. I don't like to see edited versions of something unless I have to. So, we're going to see what our friend Darkside had to say during his Disgaea 5 pre-stream. It's pretty interesting as we start.
I'm going to make this very abundantly clear right up front. Undoubtedly, most people will not remember or won't listen, and they'll be questioning it throughout the entirety of the playthrough. But allow me to explain. Disgaea 5 is going to be the game that I balance with all of the new releases. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look at the next several weeks of October into November and December, pretty much every week is going to have at least 1 to 2 major game releases that people are going to want to see and that I want to play. Okay? I've already kind of gone through this schedule, so I'm not going to do that now. But what I will do is balance the gameplay of Disgaea 5, okay, with all the new releases. So, the priority is going to be the new releases. But
nitpick time. I love how he says he's going to balance Disgaea 5 with the new releases and then say the priority is going to be the new releases. But Disgaea 5 is a new release. What he should be saying is the priority is going to be the mainstream releases that I know are going to get easy views. But
this will be the game that I balance with it, that I play maybe on second stream, that if there's a day where I play one game a ton and I want to give it a break, this will be the game that breaks it up. So understand that this week, Disgaea 5 is going to be a focus.
It's not.
Especially because it looks like I'm going to be beating Transformers Devastation within another...
Another interesting point is, right after his Transformer stream, which was the same day as this stream, he's pretty much not going to play Disgaea at all tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean Thursday. I'm recording this Wednesday night. You're probably going to see it Thursday. But he's not going to play this at all Thursday. So Disgaea is kind of dead already as a playthrough. He barely got any views on it. And he's grasping at straws at this point to try to get views on anything.
Streams, because it's not a super long game,
so,
supposedly.
Yep. R.I.P. Disgaea.
But understand that It's not going to be a game that I'm going to be, oh, I'm playing this Sky 5 for the next 3 weeks nonstop. No, that's not the case. But FYI, next week, it's a pretty light release week next week. All we've got next week is The Witcher 3 DLC, and I'm still on the fence about playing Dragon Quest Heroes. Like, I want to play it, but I'm hearing that it plays pretty much like Dynasty Warriors with RPG elements, and I really don't know if that's going to translate
talk about
into
this
a good
anymore.
Playthrough for people to watch. And I'm at a
played
time of
our
the year now,
Warriors.
unfortunately, where I have to make executive decisions on what games am I
Executive
going to play and
decisions.
what games aren't I going to play. And being that I'm going to be playing one RPG with The Witcher 3, being that this Gaia 5 will be the
same.
JRPG, I don't know if I want to tackle another RPG.
That's not the
So right
same.
now, Dragon Quest Heroes is kind of up in the air for next week, okay? The week after that,
Whatever.
there's really nothing much going on during the week except for the final episode of Life is Strange. So I'll be
He
balancing
can really
that with
ramble his
ongoing
ass
stuff.
off during these pre-streams,
And
by the way.
Assassin's Creed comes out later that week, and I know once Assassin's Creed comes out, that's it. I'm going to be busy with that and Halo and WWE and the Halloween special. At it, I
Skip
understood
ahead.
the game more, and I was able to complete it. I actually remember there was a point where I had to grind. If I didn't grind, there was no way.
Oh, by the way, if you want to see the highlight of this pre-stream, I'm going to put a video link in the description of this video. And if you want to see the video we're going to see after this video, I'm going to put a link in the description of the video for that video.
Potential
So,
days
there
where I
you
could
go.
play it, like that, and level up a little bit before sessions, or between sessions, excuse me.
Talking about grinding and this guy on his PS Vita, just like he
I'm
did
gonna
with
do tomorrow. It's going to
Bloodborne.
be the same 2 games tomorrow.
Keep in mind, when he grinded in Bloodborne, people, including me, gave him shit for it, and then he whined about people giving him shit for it and said there's no right or wrong way to play a game. So why would you willingly put yourself in that situation again? Just don't play the game. He doesn't need to play this guy at 5. It's not a mainstream
DK
game at
Mario
all.
Link just said this in the stream chat. It's a shame. I guess the shame is the best word. That the PS Vita has become a PlayStation 4.
Oh, and he ran it
I
about
said,
the PS Vita. I forgot
no
about this
one
part.
needs a console.
Oh my
It's
god.
cheaper and hardcore gaming season because the new games are coming out, and it's great that Phil is doing content over the summer, but it's all rehashes and redos of older
Okay, here we
stuff.
go.
Or he's
This is
playing
what I'm
older
looking
games.
for.
The
Let's go
videos
back here.
abundantly clear.
I know you like watching the video when somebody just skipping around
I
in the
vented
video.
a little
I'm
bit in the stream
professional,
chat
don't worry.
today because I took a
Here we
look
go. This is what I'm
yesterday
looking
at
for. He looked at his
yesterday's video
views.
performance, and it was abysmal. And what I mean by that is I played Transformers Devastation for 2.5, 3 hours, loved every moment of it, uploaded that to YouTube. I played Metal Gear Solid Online last night, or Metal Gear Online, whatever it's called. Uploaded those to YouTube. I just very briefly, and I shouldn't have, I knew I shouldn't have, looked at the videos before I started this stream, and I was like, a sigh of just disappointment, because I've been waiting all summer for new games. The reason I've been waiting all summer for new games is because all summer, the
Hardcore
only
crying
feedback I
season,
got
people.
from people was, man, we can't wait.
This is what you get when you look forward to the hardcore crying season from DSP. It's not the hardcore gaming season because no one else calls it that. It's the hardcore crying season because he plays every mainstream games that come out. He plays all the mainstream games that come out. And when he get low views, he go on Twitter and he say, oh, I got low views because I had bad reviews. And people saw the bad reviews and didn't watch my videos. How many times has he done that? He did it with Transformers and it was wrong. He did it with, fuck. I can't even remember the names of the games, but he's done it more than one time. It's documented in videos if you really care that much.
Wait for the hardcore gaming.
This is like a standard thing for him. If a game gets low views, it's either because other people played it before him and uploaded footage, or because it got low review scores, so people didn't want to watch the video. And I mean, to be completely honest, if I wanted to watch a playthrough of a game on YouTube and I saw I got a low review, that wouldn't make me not want to watch the playthrough of a game. You know, that would stop me from buying it, but it wouldn't stop me from wanting to watch it.
Season because
Whatever.
the new games are coming out, and it's great that Phil is doing content over the summer, but it's all rehashes and redos of older stuff, or he's
It
playing
wasn't.
older games, and really we
Okay.
feel that there'll be this big excitement factor coming when the new games come out, because Phil plays most of them, or at least he plays the ones that he feels he can tackle better and he's more interested in.
No,
We're
he
waiting all
plays the
year for
super
the new games,
mainstream
new games,
ones.
new games. Well, guess what? The new games are here, but the viewership isn't. I don't know where people are. I don't know what's going on. You know, Transformers Devastation, all right? A game that I've been hyped for since June. And I've played
He didn't
Transformers
talk about
games in
this
the
game
past,
in June.
did really well viewer-wise. Here we are, October, the game comes out, and on launch day, if I can't get 1,000 views on each video, that's insanely ridiculous. Like, that's terrible. And I don't know what's going on, and I can't control it either. I have no control over it. It's not like I'm in the middle. I didn't go on a Twitter rant. It's not like
He
there was
went
a
on a
reason I
Twitter
pissed
rant.
people off. It's for whatever reason. I don't know why people.
You'll see this. You'll see screen caps of this in the video. I'll link in the description. But he did go on a Twitter rant. It wasn't a Twitter rant against his haters or anything, but he went on a chat rant against his haters before his Metal Gear Online stream. He was in his chat pretty much shitting on Sons of Kojima, which are, how gotta explain it? I guess you could say the known group of people that go against him, if that makes sense. But he took a huge fucking dump on him. So that's something that could piss people off. It was completely unneeded, in my opinion. And he went on a Twitter rant about the Transformers game, calling reviewers dumb and so on and so forth. He didn't go on a Twitter rant against people in general, like, regular viewers or haters or anything. But, I mean, he does it enough, and people are jumping ship. People been jumping ship with DSP. But he just finds a way to plug the holes every time it happens. Every time the ship starts to sink, he finds a way to plug the holes, and I applaud him for that, but it's not going to work forever. And, I mean, before we get back into the video, I'm going to say this. It's October now. If he's doing bad enough to, like, be all depressed and shit, by the time November hit, and into November and into December, and at the end of December, if he's still doing bad, this is the time of the year where gaming YouTubers and gaming streamers make all the money they're gonna make. Well, not all of it, but they make a lot of money. You might make, just making up random numbers, but you might make, for instance, you might make 20 grand during the rest of the year. But in October, November, and December, you might make 40 just in those 3 months. So if he does bad in these 3 months, he's screwed. He really is. But like I've said plenty of times before, like other people will say, it's no point in him complaining about views pretty much to the people that's watching him, because the people that's watching you can't give you more than one view. If I'm watching you play this game on stream, I can't do anything about your videos on YouTube having low views. Do you want me to watch the stream and then go on YouTube and then click the playlist and just let it play? Do you want me to waste my internet on you? I don't understand his logic when he does that. And he goes on Twitter and do it and just everything. But doing that isn't going to get him anywhere. It's not going to help him get views. He might get 5 or 10 pity views, but he's not going to go from 1,000 views to 100,000 overnight because he made a pre-stream or because he went on Twitter. Just saying. You put out a video, your video is out, your subs see the video, people on Twitter see the video, and that's it. It's no point in going to those same subs and those same people on Twitter and saying, no one's watching my video. Because if they wanted to see it, they will watch it. I don't think much people are going to watch a video if you complain about a video having low views.
Invested in these games, but I'm going to say this.
I might be wrong,
Don't take
but
shit for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take it for granted that I'm going to be here. Just because I've been here every day doing new gameplay since 2008, don't count on it forever. And what I mean by that is, right now I'm in a situation, I'm trying to pay my bills, I'm trying to pay down my debt from moving out here, and things are good, but it might not always be.
Things are not good.
It was funny when I was doing co-op with John Rambo over the years, right?
Shout
and
out
people
to
would always
Rambo.
say, oh, co-op with Rambo, and then all of a sudden, I'd probably say the final 2 years that John and I did co-op gameplay, people stopped turning out for co-op Saturday. It used to be whatever we played was comedy gold and everyone loved it.
Comedy
we continued
gold.
to do that formula, and after several years of doing it, people would stop showing up. And
We continue to do that formula, and after years, people stop showing up. Wow. You do the same thing for years, and people stop showing up. Maybe that means you need to stop doing the same thing. Just saying.
saying, listen, guys, it's going to come to an end. Eventually, this is going to come to an end, so don't take it for granted. And a ton of people did. It really did. A ton of people did.
Maybe they just weren't interested in the game.
What happened? Well,
maybe they
eventually I moved.
Wasn't interested
the
in
co-op
you anymore.
ended, and now I constantly hear, why doesn't Phil do co-op with John anymore? Like, well, you didn't watch it
anymore.
The past final 2 years that I did co-op with John. You know, I was trying to be as clear as possible to say, this is not going to last forever. Don't take it for granted. You know, if you don't turn out, it's not going to continue. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm just saying. You know, this is my business. The business is viewer-related. And a lot of people, well, I'm not going to watch Phil this week because he's not playing any games to interest me. You know, it used to be, well, I'm going to watch what Phil plays because Phil makes playthroughs entertaining. That used to be the reasoning behind it. Now it's like, well,
dude, that was 5 years
Phil plays a game
ago.
I like, and I understand that. And certainly, I'm not telling everyone to watch every playthrough that I do.
That's what it seems like.
Don't take it that way. And don't take it that I'm not grateful. I'm incredibly grateful for the viewers that I get, for the support that I get. This year with Patreon has been amazing because of it. But I'm just trying to say, don't take it for granted. All right? Because it's not. I mean, not is necessarily going to be on forever. It's just not. You know? And you have to enjoy it.
The amazing thing is he sits here and talks for 10 minutes saying not to take him for granted, not to take his YouTube channel for granted and everything. And every YouTuber could say that. Every person walking on the earth could say don't take me for granted because I'm not going to be here forever, because no one is going to be here forever. You know, it's kind of a stupid thing to say, but it's true no matter who says it. But the funny thing is he says, well, not really funny, but the sad thing is he says this and still has no kind of backup plan at all, unless you call Patreon a backup plan. But if his YouTube channel got deleted today, do you think he would even get $1,200 a month? Probably not. Probably not. Unless he started that GoFundMe to sue the people that filed copyright strikes, I guess. But he says this and has no kind of backup plan, no kind of nothing. But you're saying don't take you for granted. But by you not having a backup plan means you taking it for granted. Kinda. Whatever.
While it's here, there's potential that within 5 to 10 years I have to go do something else, especially if views are going to decline. This is the hardcore gaming season. This is typically when I get my most...
Dude, you 33 years old. Within 5 to 10 years, really? Really? Within 5 to 10 years, fucking PewDiePie probably going to move on and do something else eventually. That's a long time from now, bro. But...
attention, and it's not happening. Well... then it's not going to last
His channel
forever.
doesn't even
it's that
grow.
simple, you know. It used to be that people would watch
It's
the
not gonna be
content. Wow,
around
that's
5
great.
to 10
Let
years
me go
from
tell
now.
my friends about it. Let me spread the word about it. And it doesn't happen anymore. It just seems like, you know, luckily for me, I started in 2008. I started when this was getting big on YouTube, and I do have a dedicated hardcore viewer base who watch everything, okay? And that's great.
170, let's scroll down a little bit so you can see it. 177,000 subscribers. Can't get 1,000 views on the video and says he has a hardcore dedicated fan base that watch everything he puts out. So 177,000 subs, can't get $20,000, wow. Can't get 20,000 views on almost everything. Can't get 1,000 views on some stuff. Day one stuff, like the Transformers game. How many hardcore dedicated fans does this dude have? Like 400? 500? 700? 800? That's kind of trash.
But the hardcore viewer base is not going to be enough to support me. I'm going to need playthroughs where we get more mainstream attention. Until Dawn was amazing. I played the game. I loved the game. I got the mainstream attention. It
I
translated
still don't know
into
how they
views.
got so much views.
And, you know, we were great. And then
least,
not so
you know,
much in
going by his
September, and now
channel.
it seems like not so much in October. At least got my fingers crossed here that with games such as WWE coming up,
No.
Call of Duty, Fallout 4, that we
No.
can at least try to get some of that back.
Look up his Call of Duty Advanced Warfare views. Look up his Call of Duty Ghost views. Call of Duty ain't gonna save him. Fallout 4 might get 20,000 views for the first couple videos, but eventually it's gonna fall off. Just like Metal Gear Solid 5 did when he got all of the hater views for the first couple videos. They quickly fell off. He's going to get these nostalgia views when he does Fallout 4. Oh, I started watching Phil when he played Fallout 3 in 2008 or whatever year that was. He's going to get those views, and they're going to quickly fall off. But Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, none of these games are going to save him, even a little bit.
Star Wars Battlefront series.
Always a huge fan.
And
that's not going
I
to
played
save
the first
him
two
either.
games. I'm really looking forward to it. So, I am hoping that all these good games that I'm interested in that I'll be playing will translate. But it's disheartening. No. The point I'm trying to make here is it's disheartening. It's hard for me when I love to do this, right, on a daily basis. And I wake up, oh, wow, it's a great gameplay week. And wow, let's see how the 2 great new games this week did. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
By the way, something I forgot to mention. His first Transformer stream, the end of it, I don't think anyone recorded this. And I couldn't manage to. The end of his Transformer stream was like the most depressed I've heard DSP in a long time. Since he got swatted, pretty much. He was like, I don't know what people want. I give up. The views, I lost a bunch of the viewers went away. It was insane. It's getting kind of rough for our friend Dog Seinfeld.
Everyone who did watch, enjoyed it. Everyone who did watch enjoyed it. So, don't take it for granted. If they didn't enjoy it,
they wouldn't have watched it.
Check out the content. Spread the word. That's how this continues. Don't take it for granted that, well, I'm just not going to watch Phil for a month, because, none of the games are jumping out at me. I'll come back in 2 months. It's like, in 2 months I might not be here. I'm just saying.
Wow. Now, remember when earlier in this same video, he said something similar to what he just said. And he said, I'm not trying to tell you to watch every video I put out. But then just now he says, you might go away and come back in 2 months. I might not be here in 2 months. So you want us to watch every video you put out.
That's how it works, That's how life works.
I don't know what DSP wants from his hardcore fan base.
Not operate well for 2 months and expect that it's going to be great in 3 months, And I'll say one final thing and we'll get started because I am digressing. Some people say, I wish Phil would just play and not worry about views and not worry about anything and never mention it. Other YouTubers never mention this stuff. Phil
Here
does,
we go.
right?
Other YouTubers don't mention views because they get a bunch of views, blah, blah, blah.
That's because the other YouTubers probably have good views that you watch. Let's face it. If they're not mentioning them, it's probably because they're good. You remember years ago, 2010, 2011, 2012, I never mentioned it. That's because they were good. You don't mention it as a problem until
and that's bullshit because he mentioned views in 2012.
And I am an outspoken person, and I'm a person who's honest with my viewership, and I share stuff with you. That's how I'm different from those other people.
He shares stuff with his viewership. What does DSP share with us exactly? Pictures of food on Instagram. Talking about his debt. Talking about low views. Talking about views. Talking about his debt. Telling us when he's sick. Pictures of food on Instagram. Talking about his views. Talking about when he's sick. Talking about being in debt. Talking about when his girlfriend's sick. Sharing your life with people isn't always sharing bad stuff because it seems like he only shares bad stuff. When is the last time DSP went on pre-stream or went on Twitter or anything and said, oh man, good news, and actually said something that was good for him and for everybody else that watch him? When he gets his Patreon money, that's pretty much it. The last time I saw DSP say anything that was regarded as good news was when the money cleared and he was able to do what he knew he would be able to do, his Halloween marathon. Before that, when Patreon cleared and he was able to do his indie marathon, I can't think of any other examples.
I'm not just a scripted personality. You get the real me, and we all have fun. You know what I mean?
I'm not having fun.
And some people say, why is Phil
I don't think anyone is going to have fun hearing a YouTuber complain about views.
It's truth. And the bottom line is this. There's no business on the planet Earth that can operate and have shitty performance.
Let's think about this. McDonald's is closing down a bunch of stores all around the country, maybe even all around the world. Do you see McDonald's making commercials saying, we make great burgers, you guys, but you just aren't buying them? We're not asking you to buy our burgers, but please, please spread the word about how great our burgers are. Do you see McDonald's doing that? No, and that's a real business. Before any store closes down, do you see the people at the cash register? Thank you, please come again very soon because we may close soon. Don't take us for granted. Do you see a store doing that? Do you see any business doing that? Any business, online business, brick and mortar business, any business saying we might not be around forever or we're not doing good, buy more stuff. This is pretty much what he's doing. His view, well, our view, is pretty much money for him. So by him saying, I need more people to watch my stuff, is him saying, I need you to buy my product more, if you want to translate it that way. No business conducts business
and then expect
that way.
It's going to still exist, Just because someone has a bakery.
As a matter of fact,
and
he tries to give us a terrible bakery analogy coming up. This is how I'm stumbling over my words like a motherfucker. I've been streaming for the last 6 hours. Give me a break. But let's look at it this way. As I forget the point I was trying to make. Give me a second. I'm a professional. Do not worry, please. Do not worry. Wow, I fucking hate when this happens. Wow, I feel really fucking stupid now. And I could edit this out, but I'm not. Because I don't want to wait for this to render. Let me let him talk a little bit more. I'll let you know if I come up with it.
All right. But they have 2 and 3 terrible sales months. Just because they say, well, I'm not going to worry about the financial.
Wow, I figured out that fast. A business, right? A real business. Not just running a YouTube gaming channel and a Patreon and complaining when you don't make the amount of money you want to make, pretty much, because that's what this is about. The views equal to money. He's not getting the good views. He's not getting the money he wants. So he's complaining about not getting views. So it's him complaining about not getting enough money. Even though he started a Patreon, so he wouldn't complain about views as much. But then he tells us that he didn't start a Patreon, so he wouldn't complain about views as much. So let's go on a short field trip. Patreon.com/DarkSaidFile. Wow, his Patreon numbers really fucking went down. Let's views. Let me see if this is an OBS. It is. Pledging will allow me more freedom from the daily burden of overall video views. That's simple in bold black text. But when people ask him about this on Twitter, he says, I didn't start a Patreon so I wouldn't have to worry about views. I still have to worry about views because it's my business. Well, why is this here on your Patreon account? But if a business is doing bad and they see they're doing bad, the business isn't going to go to their customer base and say, hey, you guys, we're doing bad. Buy more stuff and tell your friends to buy all stuff. No, the business is going to try to adjust. The business is going to try to change. If McDonald's is doing bad, they're going to adjust prices. If McDonald's is doing bad, they're going to make a few new burger types or something. And if that doesn't work, then you got to close up shop. Instead of him changing and like actually like really changing, not just doing a couple of streams being in a better mood or saying I'm changing, actually changing. Instead of him actually changing his business, he goes to his customers, which are his viewers, and say, I'm doing bad. I'm not going to be around forever. It's not how you run a business.
Financials. I'm not going to worry about the fact that no one's buying my cakes. I'm just going to continue to make great cakes. That's not going to make the business thrive. You know what I mean? It's the same thing here. If I don't mention it and there's no public awareness of it, then it's not going to get better. You can't ignore
business
life
treats
problems.
their business this way.
It's not how they get fixed. That's not how they work. You know? I address this stuff because it's truth. It's that simple. You know?
You know?
If you like what I do, please watch.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching
please
right now.
Continue to watch. Please spread
I'm giving
the word.
you a review.
I'm not saying
I'm
you have to watch
the word
every
by uploading this
playthrough,
video.
but I'm saying give stuff a chance. Don't have that sheepish, pig-headed mentality that unfortunately mainstream viewers have. That if it's not super popular on YouTube, it must not be good.
Don't have that sheepish, pig-headed mentality that a lot of mainstream viewers have. Now, earlier he talked about how he gets the mainstream viewers with some of his playthroughs. And a lot of his stuff doesn't get views at all. So most of his viewer base is the mainstream viewing audience, whether he wants to believe it or not. So you're calling most of your viewing audience sheep and pig-headed. Kind of.
So don't watch Phil because he's not super popular on YouTube. Or the flip side when you're talking about the game. Well, not everyone kissed this game's ass, so it must not be good. Regardless of the fact that, Phil usually can make things entertaining.
He worded himself wrong.
That's the mentality,
right there, by the way.
Unfortunately.
He said everyone kissed this game's ass. I think he meant to say everyone didn't.
Not going to allow.
And Metal Gear Solid 5 got amazing reviews, and it still got shit views on his channel. So that's
not a successful business.
That's not the problem.
I'm not like the other YouTubers, right? I've been around before them.
He not like the other YouTubers who complains about views and like that.
Doing it my way.
Dude, it's people on YouTube with more subs than him and with the same amount of subs as him that get lower views than him on a lot of stuff. And I don't see any of them complaining. Just skimming around. I don't really watch people in depth or anything. But at least not anymore. But I don't see anybody else complain. But whatever.
All right. So anyway, as I said,
before them, he's real and they're fake.
Well, I had to get that off my chest. I was talking with the stream chat a little bit about it earlier.
Wow.
And I waited all year for the hardcore gaming season to come. Here it is. Now is the time, Now
is the time to watch my videos.
I might not be here forever. Just saying, that's life. That's how it works.
I mean, fans.
You never know when things could change at the last minute or things could go south. And that's the point I'm trying to make here. Okay?
I love how he named this pre-stream, too. This Gaius premiere, Return to JRPG Fun. Now, you can go to any other pre-streams by him, and they have detail of what he's talking about. Let's go on a field trip, as a matter of fact. I can show you right now. We have a pre-stream from a day ago. 4 new games a week ahead, Transformer time. All right. Crash Bandicoot 2 concludes, Halloween special is on. Crash 2 returns, clearing up marathons. Yeah, these, they have a little bit more detail or more information in the title. And this one kind of doesn't. Return to JRPG Fun, this Gaius premiere. That's one game. In typical, usual DSP fashion, he would have said, he would have put something in the title along the lines of future YouTube, the future of this channel, something relevant to the video. Nice throw, Clip.
Oh, excuse me.
Obviously, he doesn't want people to watch this video.
So let's get started.
But he still uploaded, I guess, so the haters can't upload it.
Of this guy
I
at 5,
don't know.
everyone.
Who knows?
Thank you for being here on stream. Let's get started.
As I drop my mouse, I can only assume he uploaded this so the haters don't upload it and steal his views, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's get to the second video, which is uploaded by Fred Fucks. Made a new account, apparently. Yeah, because I think he got hit with, what is that shit called? Community Strike recently. And community strikes limit you to 15 minutes for videos, and they kind of fuck you over. Anyway, I think it's showing on the screen. Let me scroll down. Yeah, it's showing on the screen. But called DSP tries to continuing to guilt trip his fans over low views. Wait, this is a pre-stream that he didn't upload.
All right, good evening, everyone.
This was his pre-stream during his second stream of today, Wednesday, October 7th. And yeah, you'll see.
Welcome to my second gameplay stream for the day, which is more Transformers Devastation. It's going to be about 2 hours of gameplay here on the stream. Not much to say on the pre-stream tonight. The only thing I'm going to say is this week has pretty much been turning out to be a big flop. And that's disappointing because, I'm trying to really get stuff going with the hardcore gaming season. Typically with all the new releases, this is the season that
hardcore crime season.
I get a boost in my business, and that has not happened. And it's not like the games I'm playing are bad either. You know, Transformers Devastation, in my opinion, is the best Transformers game I've ever played out of all the ones I've played over the years. I really like this Gaia 5. I thought Metal Gear Solid Online was okay last night. Was it great?
Yes, he really likes this Gaia 5, but he isn't going to play it first stream ever again.
No, but it's decent. You know? And,
well, it's all about views anyway, so it don't matter.
So I don't know what it is. I would guarantee you tonight we're not going to see many people on stream for whatever friggin' reason. I don't understand it. Again, I've said this earlier today. It's not like there was any kind of an event that happened that I pissed a lot of people off or anything like that. Just came off of some very popular and successful playthroughs like Until Dawn, and just to be honest, the beginning of the Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough was very successful. It was only until,
of course it was,
the game turned out to be a 70-hour-long endeavor that people really, trailed off from that playthrough. But
it's the game's fault.
I'm gonna keep playing stuff. I'm gonna keep
always
trying
the
to have
game's
fun.
fault, never his.
I really like this Transformers game, so I'm gonna play it tonight. I am gonna do a more of an audible this week than I thought I was going to. Originally this week, I was gonna focus on Metal Gear Solid Online and Transformers. That was going to be my main focus with this Gaia 5 in the background. At this point, it's not working out so well. Okay,
the view's not looking good.
Tomorrow, tons of people this week have been messaging me, asking me if I'm going to be
like
playing
30.
This beta of Star Wars Battlefront, which I really haven't been following. I haven't been really paying it.
DSP, why play the beta of a game that's coming out in less than 2 months that you're going to play the same day it comes out anyway? Because I could watch you play the beta of it now, and then when the game actually comes out, I'm going to say, well, I've seen Phil play it, and I'm not going to watch that. I don't.
The truth of the matter is I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront in November anyway. I plan on getting it. I played the first 2 games and really enjoyed them.
Here we go.
So I was getting Star Wars Battlefront regardless, and I thought people would rather see me play new games than a beta. But apparently that's not the case.
You played the Street Fighter 5 beta twice.
Talking about this beta. Like, this is the big...
Everyone's talking about it. Yeah, sure. It's the big thing this week. Yep.
As if the other games don't matter and the beta is the only thing that matters. Really odd to me, but...
Bullshit.
If you want to see me play the beta, I'll play the beta, and I'm thinking I'm going to do that tomorrow. What I'll do is, whenever it comes out, the beta is available on my first stream.
So Metal Gear Online is dead, basically.
I'll do that. Okay.
Seemed like it.
If not, let's say it's not available in time for my first stream, then we'll do Transformers. And then my second stream tomorrow will be the Star Wars Battlefront
Transformers
beta.
with the dead
we'll see
views.
based off of how good the beta is if I play it again this week or what. Okay.
How good it is
but
equals how many views I get.
Up and do something. I don't know what to do to attract people to come watch my stuff. It is what it is. I'm a person. I'm a one-man business.
Business.
In reality, when it comes down to it, I don't have anyone who promotes me. I don't have anyone who...
you can't even promote yourself.
There's no really cross-collaboration. There never really has been.
I thought you and Panda Lee promoted each other.
There's no way for me to get the word out when I'm doing stuff. I'm quite honestly surprised. So many people watch my Until Dawn playthrough, and now where did they go? I can't believe I got that many views on Until Dawn like I did. To have some, it looked like a good 15 to 20,000 people watched that entirety of that playthrough.
Out of 170,000 subscribers. He needs to just make a new channel.
It is what it is. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm confused. Quite honestly.
They all have fucking tombstones with their username on it at this point.
Like I said, yeah, there might be a week or two where there were new releases during the hardcore gaming season and it didn't work out. There may be some games that weren't good. But I like these games that I'm playing right now. I'm having a ton of fun as a gamer.
I don't understand his logic. If a game isn't good, it's not going to get views on YouTube. I don't get that. Like, a lot of people, to use his favorite word, a lot of people got good views on Sonic Boom, and wasn't that game like one of the worst games ever? So I don't get why he thinks if he plays a bad game, it won't get a lot of views. This is the way I see when it comes to YouTube. You can just look at Jim Sterling YouTube channel. Bad games do get a lot of views. And you could bring up his sub count, but Jim Sterling had, 50,000 subs 2 years ago or some shit? Anyway, that's a different subject. But bad games get good views because you're not going to buy it and you want to see if it's bad, so you watch someone play it. If a game is good, you're going to say, well, why would I watch him play this game that got 10 out of 10s all over the internet when I can buy it and I know I'm going to play a game I'm more than likely going to like? I don't get that. I
I'm
don't
worried.
get that. I
I
don't
guess
get
we'll
why
have
he
to see what
thinks that
happens.
way.
You know, we do have big, heavy hitters coming out, but now, now the thing is, now I look at the schedule, right? I look at the schedule of what's the next few weeks, and I get worried because I look, okay, well,
He gets
this week
worried.
apparently is going to be a
Wow.
dud. Next week, we've got the Witcher 3 DLC, which I'm excited for, but
No,
no one really got into my
DLC
Witcher 3
is
playthrough earlier this year, so I'm not
no.
expecting much out of that. The other big release next week is Dragon Quest Heroes, which is a JRPG with
That's
action
not gonna
elements
get
from
good
the makers
views.
of Dynasty Warriors.
A JRPG with action elements. Did he go crazy? What?
People didn't really watch my Hyrule Warriors playthrough years ago, so I don't know if anyone's going to want to see that.
JRPG
You know what I
with
mean?
action elements. That's what
And
that's what they make now apparently.
and then
That's what
you gotta
Warriors
factor
games
in-
are.
the other
It is
thing-
a
there's
fucking
another game
warrior
coming
game
out
at the
next
end of
week
the
which
day.
I wasn't even aware of, and I got an
JRPG.
email from someone who says that they might be able to get me a review or free copy of the Talos Principle, which is supposed to
I thought DSP doesn't get review copies and free games. I thought he hates people that get review copies and free games. Don't he shit on people all the time for getting review copies and free games? But I love how we just listened to him. I can't be completely serious because I'm seeing Mr. Krabs with DSP's face with a violin in his hand. But we just listened to him, not even 20 minutes ago, talk about how open he is with his fans. And remember when I said he's not really open, he's only open when it's something really negative to make people feel bad for him, or when it's something really positive, aka Patreon clear this month. It's pretty much the only times he's positive that I know of, and he's always negative. He gets a possible review / free copy from someone. But I thought you were open with your fans, Phil. So what is this someone? Is someone Machinima? Is someone somebody that worked for the dev team? This is him being, transparent with his viewers and his fans and being open. Someone.
be coming out on PlayStation 4
Someone.
next week. I guess it's like
Someone.
a remastered version for the PlayStation 4.
Someone.
This game was
It's not
very
remastered.
popular and very well.
How is a PC game going to be remastered on the PS4? A recent PC game. How is that going to be remastered? What? At least call it like the director's cut or
reviewed on
something.
the
It's not
PC, but I
remastered.
never played it.
Of course you
And it's
never
coming
played
out
this PC
next
game.
week, and they were like, "Gee, would you like to play it?" I was thinking maybe it's something good. Maybe that'd be something interesting and different to mix up the content rather
Getting a
than
free
me
game
doing,
from Machinima or from one of the devs.
Dragon Quest Heroes. Maybe
calls
I
it
should
someone.
do Talos Principle and balance that
Wow.
with Witcher 3. You know.
Wow. Isn't that the
So-
shit Machinima like got fucked over by the Federal Trade Commission? Yeah, isn't that something Machinima recently got fucked over by the FTC before recently? Like doing shit and people weren't clear on how they did it? Whoever this someone is, I think you might want to disclose that, Phil.
I don't know. We'll see what happens next
Just
week.
saying.
That's what I'm worried about. Next week, no real big heavy hitter, right? The week after that, there's no real big heavy hitter. It's not.
If you do YouTube for a job and you need to rely on other people's products to make your YouTube channel successful, you don't have a successful YouTube channel. Just saying.
Until really October 23rd, when Assassin's Creed comes out.
This is the equivalent of McDonald's literally not making their own burgers. They just get other people in like France or some shit to make burgers and send them the burgers. And then the people in France say, well, the burgers we made this week not that good. They don't taste like McDonald's burgers. So then McDonald's makes no money for that month because the burgers all taste fucking weird and shit. He's that weird McDonald's that can't make his own burgers because he literally has to depend on game devs to put games out that's good and that people want to see so he can get views. And because he has to do that, his YouTube channel isn't successful. That's not how successful YouTube channels exist, dude. Like, you literally have to rely on other people to make your business run to the T. You know, if he wants to play a new mainstream game and it doesn't do that good, he can't just play something else. He has to play those mainstream games. And if those mainstream games don't do good, he's fucked. I don't know of any other YouTuber like that. Like even super specific YouTubers that only play Madden or something, only play NBA 2K. Even if those games don't work out, they could play something else and get reasonable views on it. He can't do that.
That we're gonna have something.
He can't do
big,
that, and he calls other people
really
one-trick ponies.
Assassin's Creed.
Probably my last time pausing in this video. He calls other people one-trick ponies, when in reality he is the biggest fucking one-trick pony, because he has to play every game that's new, and if he's not, no views.
Hello WWE, and in my Halloween special, I really expect the end of October to do pretty decently. But right now,
this video is way longer than it needs to be. I'm sorry about that.
I don't know, man. I'm playing games. I'm enjoying them. I'm doing what I do best. I'm trying to just follow the course. You know, don't veer from it.
The video is really off-center too, by the way.
Keep going.
I don't know how that happened.
And hopefully things will, typically what's happened over the years, yes, I've definitely seen a decline, but if I just stay positive and I stay to the course, things usually find a way to correct themselves and fix everything, And I found creative solutions creative solutions around stuff is what I meant to say. Patreon, a big thing this year that helped me.
Patreon is a creative solution around low views. Asking for donations is a creative solution around low views? What? That might be the dumbest thing you said. At least today.
But,
it makes no fucking sense.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All I can say is I got to push forward positively and continue and hope that...
This isn't positive, though.
You know what I mean?
This isn't positive, Phil. This is like the definition of just depression.
Excuse me. All right. Well, that's really it. No pre-stream, no formal pre-stream tonight. I just wanted to let everyone know I am going to be playing the Star Wars Battlefront beta tomorrow. Since everyone seems to be asking me to play it and no one's really tuning into most of my...
Something else to bring up. This dude has uploaded every pre-stream. He does 2 pre-streams a day pretty much. He's uploaded every single pre-stream. Those 2 pre-streams a day, every day. Just happened to be yesterday, he didn't record his pre-stream. Just happened to be today, he said this stuff, didn't record his pre-stream.
Stuff that I'm doing this week. I got to do something, right?
He's open with his fans,
it's a shame.
right?
I really like this game.
He's transparent with his fans and viewers.
And
sure he is.
People don't tune in. They don't tune in. I don't know what else to say. Is it discouraging? Absolutely. I'll be honest. I've been kind of down today.
I can tell.
I really have. Hopefully Transformers would cheer me up, right?
No.
All right, let's get started, everyone. I'm not even recording. That wasn't even like a formal pre-stream. We don't even have 200 people on stream. Oh well.
Of course he didn't record this. Of course he didn't. Of course he didn't record it. Oh, dark side Phil. Hopefully you can bounce back, buddy. Hopefully you can bounce back. It's not looking too good. And telling the people that watch you that you're not getting good views isn't going to work. It's never worked before. So I don't know why he thinks it's going to work now. He needs to figure something out. Might be too late. Hopefully it's not. But it seems like it is. But it's been a pretty eventful week for our friend. He beat Crash Bandicoot 2 finally. I'm supposed to do a video on that. I will eventually. Maybe after I do this video. Probably so. Because I'm lazy. And yeah. Hardcore crying season. Hardcore cloning season. Hardcore blaming season. Hardcore shaming season. Hardcore begging season. Whatever you want to call it. It has begun. It's the beginning of October. And it lasts until the middle of December. It's going to be an interesting one. He's going to get, he's going to get decent views on some of these super AAA, extremely overhyped games, but he can't rely on that anymore. He should have realized this 2-3 years ago that he can't rely on that anymore, but he still tries to. And hopefully he can figure something out. Hopefully Panda Lee can start selling a bunch of soap or something. But as of now, not looking too good for him. Anyway, if you watched this video all the way through, thank you. If you didn't, it doesn't matter because you're not here anymore. And it's been Almighty Tevin, and I'm about to upload this, and I'll see you in the next video.